The chance for a few rowdy storms in the Panhandle later today, and just how hot is it going to be as we go into the weekend? Let's talk about it in this Tuesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup.
Thank you to Storm Pro Solution for sponsoring today's Texas Weather Roundup. You can find them on the web at stormprosolution.com.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 24th of June, 2024. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer. Yes, summer is here, and with that come the days where we get to try to describe the weather in various interesting details, while we all know, in reality, unless we have a random cold front, monsoon, or hurricane, it's not going to be a particularly busy weather period for the next 3 to 4 months. That's not necessarily always the case, but more often than not it is. Let's just take a look at the high-res rapid refresh model for today, tonight, and tomorrow. We're going back to the old school graphics because there's a bit of a data outage impacting the weather software we typically use. Actually, it's impacting most data suites overnight, but this still gives the picture, even if I have the animation running a bit too quickly. Late this afternoon, early this evening, scattered thunderstorms are possible across West Texas and the Panhandle, with temperatures in the 90s to low triple digits. Any storms that do develop will have a good chance of producing strong downdraft winds over 60 miles per hour, maybe a bit of hail, locally heavy rainfall, and also quite a bit of cloud-to-ground lightning that may spark off grass fires. But the benefit is, if you end up under some of these storms or in the rain-cooled air mass, temperatures will drop back into the 70s and 80s. Otherwise, maybe a couple of showers along the lower and middle Texas Gulf Coast, Rio Grande Plains, Rio Grande Valley, Coastal Bend, and across far west Texas into the Trans-Pecos. Same thing tomorrow, except we may also have some storms try to make their way into northeast Texas and the Red River area. We'll see. It's not looking promising as we stay under the influence of an upper-level heat dome, area of high pressure resulting in sinking air across most of the state, and for all intent and purposes, the ring of fire moving all the precipitation around us. A pretty classic summertime pattern for us here in Texas. Here's the wildfire danger over the next few days. Generally, we're looking at moderate to high wildfire danger across the western half of the state, spreading a little further east on Thursday. We do note that with upper 90 to triple-digit temperatures and not a lot of rain or any rain forecast over the next week at least, the threat for wildfires may start to creep upward more quickly as we head into July. If we end up maintaining triple-digit heat, we may do something similar to that of last spring and summer, where we had a wet spring followed by above-average temperatures and very dry to little precipitation for most of July, late June into July. We may end up dealing with a flash drought, but soil moisture remains pretty high at this point. That's still a few weeks away, but something we're going to have to watch for, since that would rapidly increase our threat of wildland fires. Here's the upper air pattern over the next couple of days. Upper level heat dome, again, it's really going to sit on top of us most of this week. A bit of a weakening trend perhaps on Thursday and Friday. That may allow a weak cool front to make its way into the Panhandle into Friday and Saturday, maybe with some precip chances Saturday night into Sunday. For the Panhandle. Everyone else, really, again, it looks hot, and the precip chances we're talking about really are not that high. Precip being precipitation, showers, and storms. Some data indicates we may have a bit of a higher chance as we go into the weekend, early next week, far west Texas around the borderland, and perhaps in the Panhandle on the outer fringes of our area of high pressure. But again, it's not super duper promising right now, and the cool down, it's not really all that substantial either, but that's all we have to look forward to. And again, that's really only for the Panhandle. Everyone else, it's summer. You might as well get used to it. High temperatures over the next several days across the state. Here we go today. It's hot. It's hotter than yesterday. Most folks in the upper 90s, except right along the Gulf Coast, maybe, right around 90, but the humidity is going to be atrocious, so it's going to feel like 100 degrees anyway. Western/northern half of the state, high temperatures right around 100 degrees with heat index values of 105 to 108, or it's going to actually be 100 to 108 and feel like it. El Paso, 108 this afternoon, 100 in Amarillo. 106 in Borger, 106 in Canadian, looks like 101 in both Perryton and Dalhart, 100 in Lubbock, 100 to 101 Midland, Odessa, San Angelo to Abilene, about 100 this afternoon again in DFW, 99 in Texarkana, y'all may squeak out 100, mid to upper 90s, Austin, San Antonio, 100 in Del Rio, 99 Eagle Pass, 94 in McAllen. As we head into Wednesday, same story. Really, we're not going to see too many changes across the state. It's going to be hot. It's either going to be in the 90s or triple digits, and especially across the eastern half of the state with dew point temperatures in the 70s, it's going to feel like triple digits, and it's going to be very muggy and warm at night as well. Thursday, same story. Friday, maybe a couple degrees warmer. Same story. It's hot. Now, here's where we start seeing some changes. Saturday, highs in the 80s, perhaps. Dalhart down to Dumas, over to Perryton, up in the Panhandle, maybe 80s in parts of the Big Bend, the Trans-Pecos. And again, that would be associated with maybe some increased precipitation chances and a weak cool front up at the Panhandle. Otherwise, really the rest of the state, you could see 90s triple digits. It's hot, with really not any chance for precipitation outside of a rogue afternoon shower or thunderstorm. So we remain firmly entrenched in a summertime weather pattern, and it looks like it's going to remain that way for the foreseeable future. So the final days of June and through the first week of July, meaning, yeah, we're probably going to have a pretty toasty Independence Day, 4th of July, but we can't get, particular on saying, hey, there's absolutely no chance of rain at all, and it's going to be 108 degrees until we're a bit closer, even though, yeah, probably it's going to be hot and dry, but who knows? We'll see. That'll be it for your Tuesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. As always, we thank everybody for hitting that big old subscribe button, giving us feedback, and the thumbs of life with the magical YouTube algorithm here on the Texas Weather Center YouTube channel. You can always find us in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. Just search for Texas Storm Chasers, where you download apps for your device. You can get interactive weather radars for the whole country, your local weather forecast, no matter where you are in the country. You can get the daily Texas Weather Roundup forecasts, and of course, storm chasing content and more. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We'll chat with y'all again in the Wednesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup, bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a great Tuesday. Stay cool. God bless.